Right, so now we're going to have a look at Silver Chef Advantage, the lease or HP product that we've obviously launched on the market to assist franchisees and franchise systems grow. So Advantage is is a 4-year hire purchase agreement. So you pay the debt off over 4 years in total, or you have access to the funds over 4 years. We use this product predominantly, or in a lot of cases, for new store builds, greenfield sites. We've been using it of late heavily with drive-throughs, with a lot of the franchise systems moving to drive-throughs. Multi-store owners like to use this product to expand their footprint, store 3, 4, and 5, that sort of thing. And obviously, traditionally, new incoming franchisees like this product, obviously, because we can fund a good percentage of all the costs associated with a new store build. But I'll get into some of that detail a little bit later. Let's just sort of roll down the brochure, which you'll have a copy of or access to anyway, and we'll go through some of the features. So Silver Chef Advantage, predominantly for franchise. A bit about Silver Chef very quickly. I always do this in all the videos. We've been around for 30 years. We're a stock exchange listed company, so pretty transparent. You can jump on the internet and read all you want about us and what we are about and our core values and our performance and so forth. Been at it for 30 years. We're in Australia, obviously, New Zealand, and Canada. This is the thing I like to focus in on. I'm just going to highlight it. We've got a net promoter score of 65. Now, just to give you an idea, the scale is 0 to 100. Apple Computers. Now, there's a company you'll know of. Everybody loves their iPhone. They're sitting at 70. So, we're up there with Apple as a company that customers like and are prepared to refer to friends and colleagues. And that's pretty much all a net promoter score is. So, wanted to point it out because I just want you to know that we are dead set serious about service and about making sure we tailor financial solutions to really help you grow your hospitality business, because that's really all we're about. We don't do everything. We just do basically hospitality. All right, let's get into Advantage. What is Advantage? 4-year loan. It's essentially for the funding of equipment, stainless steel, signage, menu boards, digital displays, furniture, indoor-outdoor pre-menu boards in drive-throughs. What else can I say? Pretty much that's about it. Fridges, display counters, etc. So we're covering most of those costs that you would encounter when you build a new store, a new franchise store. The good thing about this product is you've got 6 months, nothing to pay. A bit like that Harvey Norman deal when you buy that TV. We won't start charging repayments on the loan until week 27 or 6 months into it. And then you pay it off over 3.5 years of the 4-year overall term. Okay, now that's really important in franchise and especially in hospitality because, as it says there, the first 6 months of any new business is tough. Even if you're doing a refurb or an upgrade still, there's a disruption to your trade. And in hospitality, you're selling actual product across the counter. So, when people are disrupted or they don't come into your store, it does affect your bottom line. So as you come to grips with your growing sales, managing wages, cost of goods, and all the other disruptions, we don't want you then also concerned about paying back loans on equipment that's now sitting in your kitchens. Spend what money you got to drive your business back up, to get those turnover numbers up to where they need to be so that you can comfortably pay us after 6 months. And that's why we do it. So how it works, obviously you select your equipment, you own the equipment. Now this is a big difference, you own everything. So you get all the tax deductibility associated with owning assets. Depreciation, the 20,000 tax offset, which I think still exists. Check with your accountant, but I'm pretty sure it's still there. And obviously all the other benefits associated with depreciating assets over a number of years, what we call non-cash deductions. Always love those non-cash deductions. Zero bond, nothing to pay for 6 months. Yes, we do charge GST because it's treated as a product sale, a finance product. And you'll need to probably give me a call on that. It's better if I just discuss this one-on-one with people around the GST thing. But the bottom line is, in a hop, step, and a jump way, we have to pay it. We then debit you. You pay us back to clear us because we've obviously paid GST on your assets. And then you just claim the money straight back from the tax office. So you should be GST neutral. It's not an added cost because you'd be paying GST to suppliers anyway. So it's just the tax office's money. We've just got to go through a hop, step, and a jump process to give it to them. But you should not be out of pocket. And all the repayments from that point onwards are GST free. Okay, you can pay the contract out at any time. Keep in mind though, if you do pay it out early, you do need to pay up the remaining contract. So there is obviously that expense. So when you think about how you might be doing in terms of your business and whether you want to make some payout quote, you want a payout quote, you do need to pay up the entire 4-year contract. However, we will give you 15% discount. So we'll make it a bit more attractive to do it. So that's always there, and that's always attractive if you want to restructure debt or you want to sell your franchise or anything at all. You bring in a partner who brings in some cash. There's always the option there to pay it out. You do need to pay out the contract, but we'll give you 15% discount anyway. You own the assets after 4 years. That makes sense. I mean, these are hospitality assets. Let's face it, after 4 years, all that furniture, all that stainless, all those ovens and toasters and all the other various bits and pieces, they're not going to be worth a lot on the open market. So I think the last thing in the world you want is residual debt on kitchen equipment and furniture. That's why we have a 4-year term. We really want you paid off and debt-free on the equipment when essentially the equipment loses all its value or it's depreciated down to nothing. Simple and quick to organize. It's a one-page app form. We will literally have you approved in days. So there's no delays, no right of entry agreements, no dramas with wanting to overly scrutinize your historical financials and getting your accountant involved and providing consolidated balance sheets and all that sort of thing. I mean, look, it's extremely rare we would ask for something like that, and that would only be if it's a super involved deal, but we don't see too many of those. We really usually just rely on 1 year forward cash flow, and we do a bit of analysis, and if it all works out, then we're going to approve the funding. So really low stress, very low stress, if no stress, if you're coming from the bank environment. Okay, moving forward, benefits. I've talked about the 6 months, nothing to pay, great for the cash flow. So we give you some time. Focus on what's important, and that's driving people into your store to buy products so that all this equipment you just paid for has something to do, and that's make you money. Fully unsecured. Very important I mention that. We are genuinely unsecured. We take a fixed charge just on the assets we've funded. That's it. We rarely ever take a director's guarantee. In fact, we never take a direct mortgage on any of your real estate assets. We don't take all covering charges on your company, so we don't want to stick your beak into all your other businesses. We don't really care too much about what you're doing elsewhere. Just as long as the franchise business can support the debt, that's the extent of our involvement in your financial affairs. Worth mentioning that because if you wanted to exit the system one day, we're not going to really chase you out. You've left the system. Banks will, and you know that. We're really probably just going to have a chat to the franchisor about what is going to happen next and move forward and allow you just to exit neatly and comfortably from our arrangements if you can negotiate or we can negotiate that transfer across to someone else to cover the debts. Very, very tidy system, very quick and very fast. The 15% discount on payout I mentioned, that's basically it. So yeah, good tax effective, unsecured finance, quick turnaround, great service. That's the Silver Chef difference. It's the Silver Chef way. And that's what makes us significantly different to most other forms of financing. And so, yeah, give me a call because there's a lot more to it. My name is John Huey. I'm your franchise relationship manager for Queensland. And my mobile number is 0429 500 921. That number again, 0429 500 921. Thanks.